What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a full unboxing and review of the photography cheat sheet playing cards by Travel9to5. There's actually 3 different versions and colors of this deck. The one I'm holding here right now is the green and gold version, which is a Kickstarter exclusive from the 2020 campaign. There's also the black version, the standard version, and there's also a blue waterproof PVC version as well. Those are still available right now for purchase from the Travel9to5 website and a couple other places, but I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. While you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you guys turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future videos. With that said, let's get right into the review. Here you can see this is the front of the tuck. It's done in a nice green, almost like a matte-like finish on the tuck box. And then we have gold and silver foil embossed on the tuck case as well for a really nice look and feel of the tuck. Laid out in a nice geometric shape, we have lots of camera-related icons, including things like the battery, the flash, camera shutter, references to lighting, and yeah, just lots of camera or photography-related things to really tie together this theme. Very similar back design of the tuck as well. This is going to pretty much mirror the look of the back of the cards, and we can see that the wheel in the front has been replaced by camera on tripod, and bears a lot of the very similar icons from the front. On the side here, it's going to say photography written in gold foil and then playing cards top and bottom here in a nice silver metallic foil. Looks very nice. Has that on both sides. On the top here we have the Travel9to5 logo. And then the bottom flap says 2020 by Travel9to5, printed in the People's Republic of China. Now, when I initially saw this, I did have a concern about the quality of the cards, just because sometimes cards that are printed out of China, they sometimes they don't feel very good, or the quality is lackluster. But having already opened this and played with the cards, I do know that is in fact false, and the cards inside this actually feel very, very nice, very good feeling stock. But yeah, that is the review of the tuck case. So very nice looking tuck. I love the green and gold, as you guys might have already noticed on my other review videos. And I think the shine on this looks great. The embossing on this is good, and it just feels and looks really nice. And I love the overall theme and pattern of the cards. With that said, let's get this open and take a look at the cards inside. On the inside flap here, we do have a little viewfinder icon done in gold foil as well. It's a really nice little touch, nice little detail here. As you can see here, the inside of the tuck is also done in the same kind of green. It's almost like a matte finish. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's like a matte finish, has a nice little texture to it. So nice looking tuck, looks great. Taking a look at the back design first, as you can see, it pretty much mirrors what we saw on the back of the box, except the tuck itself was done in foil, but the back of the cards is done in gold metallic ink as well. So you can see that the cards do have a nice shine to it, and the camera tripod and lens here is done in a white. So it's a very nice, attractive looking back design. I do want to point out it is a subtle one-way back design. As you can see, you cannot turn this around. I personally would have liked to have seen a one-way back design, just because it kind of triggers the OCD in me when cards are facing one way or another, and that easily happens when you're doing Magic or cardistry with all the shuffles and moves that you do. It's very easy to have cards end up facing different directions, and I'm not a big fan of that. It is a very subtle difference though, just with the icons in the corners, so it's not a huge difference, but it is something that will bother me, but not a huge deal. But just something to point out that it is a subtle one-way back design. Moving on to the card faces, since this is the Kickstarter exclusive edition, it actually comes with an extra Joker variant. So as you can see here, it actually comes with 4 different Jokers. The normal variants come with 2 plus this ad card, but instead here we get 3 plus the ad card. I do like the Jokers, very photography related, very nice looking Jokers. I would have liked to have seen two identical jokers. Again, as somebody who does magic, I always like to have duplicate jokers for doing sandwich type tricks or a card where you might need a duplicate. So that's the only thing that I have to say about that. Otherwise, the jokers do look very nice. And then the fourth joker is more of an ad card. Here we have a QR code that when scanned takes you right to the Travel9to5 channel. So make sure you guys definitely check that out to get free photography tutorials. Now for the cards themselves, hopefully you guys can see it okay, but instead of black, it's done in a nice dark green ink. I know that you guys are looking at this on it's like green on green because of my green mat, but hopefully you guys can see that it's a dark green color for black. And then here we have the hearts. Again, you can see the index color here. This is done in this dark green, and then the hearts are done in the traditional red. Clubs, same way as the spades, all done in this dark green, and then the diamonds. So I mean, some people are used to seeing the reds all in red, but I think it's actually a nice little contrast here. It's not too big of a difference, but it looks very nice, and then you still have the nice red pop of the hearts and diamonds. And then the order is also a little bit strange as well, probably because of the printer that they use. It's not new deck order like you would see from USPCC, like your bicycle deck. It goes from ace to 2 order, spades, hearts, clubs, and then diamonds. It's a little interesting. And then the court cards are all custom. The aces and the court cards are all custom. You can see here the court cards are all photography related. And then the number cards, they actually all have different photography tips. So the spades, they actually cover, the camera basics is a category that they're in. The hearts, they go over composition. Clubs, they cover technicals. And then diamonds, they cover shooting styles. I also want to mention that the inks used here are also metallic inks as well. So you can see here, like on the ace of spades, for example, the gold on there really shines. Same thing on the court cards. Gold metallic inks are used as well. So it looks really nice on this. But yeah, now that you guys know the layout and what to expect from the cards, I'm going to shut up so that way you guys can enjoy the artwork and the tips of the cards themselves. As you can see from the faces of the cards, these are meant to be, you know, cheat sheets or little reminder guides. You're obviously not going to be able to pick up everything that, you know, all these say, just because there are limited space on here, so it's not like they're going to be full fleshed out guides. Again, another reason to check out the Travel9to5 channel, just so you know exactly what all these things mean. But again, these are supposed to be cheat sheet guides, not full fleshed out guides, tutorials or whatever written on these cards. So if some of these things don't make sense, that's going to be why. And now let's talk about the stock of these cards. As I mentioned earlier, I was a little concerned since they were printed in China, but they actually feel really good. I would say they actually feel really similar to like standard USPCC bicycle stock. A little stiff, definitely feels like bicycle stock out of the box. Dribble's nice, fan's nice, and it, you know, it looks good. It feels good. I'm very surprised with the stock here, to be honest. But yeah, the only thing I would say about the stock is that it does feel a little bit stiffer than, you know, some of the other decks that I've been using that use the crush stock. If you're used to using bicycles right out of the box, you know how those feel. This feels very similar to that to me, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It just means it doesn't have that, you know, broken in feel right out of the box, which some cardists don't like. But again, I think that in general means it's going to be a lot more durable. It'll last you a little bit longer. So that's kind of what I have to say against the stock. But I mean, otherwise it feels good though. Feels good, shuffles well. It's just a little stiff compared to some of the other cardistry decks I've been using. But again, feels very similar to like a bicycle, you know, regular bicycle stock, which is not bad at all. And it handles really well, so you can see it. It fans really nice and smooth. So I'm surprised, to be honest. But I think it handles good. It handles great. Really, no complaints about the stock or anything like that. Let's see how this looks in a giant fan, if I can get that. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks pretty good. So yeah, good looking deck. If you guys are also interested, there was another Kickstarter that was done this year, also by Travel9to5. It is the photo editing cheat sheet playing cards. There was also a very similar Kickstarter exclusive edition as well, but the standard versions I believe are on sale right now on the Travel9to5 website. Again, link down in the description if you guys want to check that out. But that is going to do it for this review video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think this is going to make a fantastic gift for, you know, photographers. Anybody that likes photography, is trying to get into photography, and cardists as well. Like cardists, card collectors like myself. This is a really good, fantastic looking deck. It's very unique, and there's so much to like about this deck. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are staying safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.